Testing. Testing. Are we live? Is the audio good? Testing. Are we live? Is the audio? Alright, since we are live. I have no idea still how many people are gonna be tuning in to this particular live stream. But I'm just gonna be rambling on until a few people decided to jump into this particular live stream. We just have to wait to see. It is honestly really interesting that I'm gonna be just sitting here just talking to myself to basically nobody that is tuning in as of now. But man, oh man, there has been turmoil within the arm wrestling world. Oh man, oh man. But yeah, we just have to wait and see. And now we have our first concurrent viewer. Good evening, good night, good day, wherever you are in this green, blue world. Let's see. Gonna be showing up the chat here. And we have 6 likes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Meister stream must be having some form of superpower that I can have. 6 likes already with only 1 people watching. Man, oh man. Absolutely amazing. So, and I see that Drew24 already sent in the shades emoji. Absolutely incredible. And now we are 2 concurrent viewers. Good evening, good night, or good day, depending on where you are in this green blue world. And there is a lot of things to talk about when it comes to the arm wrestling scene as a whole. But first we are gonna be talking about where the fuck have SATV been for the past 3 weeks? Has he faded away to obscurity? Has he just vanished from the face of the internet world? Or did somebody send the canalization rats to infect my home and just be done with their business that they are doing elsewhere? But yeah, for those of you who have not been following my Instagram for the past few weeks, me and my girlfriend Emilia was going to away for a vacation in Stockholm, where my mother is living, and we went from there to Rome, where we stayed for like 6 days, and then we went to the Vatican State, and when we were going back home, we were going directly to Estonia, where we went to a quick trip to Tallinn, where I wanted to show Emilia around in Tallinn, especially in the old town. So it has been a lot of, can you say, drama-free couple of weeks. Well, since I've been quickly tuning in to what has been going on with everything that has been somewhat arm wrestling related. And let me tell you, the shitstorm that just came out of it, I was just like, ugh. The amount of bullshit that came from this particular drama that has been going on, it is almost like from that specific quote that, I don't know what his name was, but he was going up to this big pile of shit, of dinosaur shit, and he just took off his shades, and he was just like, Well, that's a big pile of shit. That is basically my entire reaction from all of this shitstorm that I have been reading on social media, especially on Reddit. And Reddit is a big cesspool of lot of posts that does not make any sense and all of that. And by the way, guys, we are 6 people that are watching this live stream right now. Amazing that 6 people decided to spend time with the Swede from SwedenArmwrestlingTelevision. Absolutely incredible. I am deeply humbled that so many, or this a few amount of people, are deciding to take their time of the day to just hang out with little me. Man, oh man. Absolutely amazing that 6 people are deciding to just take out the time out of their day to hang out with me. But yeah, that is basically the rundown of everything that has been going on for the past 3 weeks. And the vacation itself was absolutely incredible. In case if you have seen on my Instagram page, I was visiting the Colosseum, and that was like a dream come true, at least for my part, because I've been watching the Gladiator movie with the what's his name, Russell Crowe, when he was doing this monologue, this really famous monologue that he was just talking to the current emperor, took off his helmet, and he was just like, "My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commanders of the armies of the north, general of the five armies, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next." That is absolutely one of the best lines in the entire movie. And another one that was there, it was I think it was when he was being captured by the Romans, and he basically stared the character of Joaquin Phoenix, and he was just like, when death smiles at you, all you can do is smile back. I don't know if that was the exact quote line, but it was something in that specific regard. And by the way, guys, we are currently 5 people here, and if a few of you can just take the link to the live stream and just share it around a lot, it will be highly appreciated. Speaking of, I might do so right now while we are waiting for more people to be tuning in to this live stream. All right, now let's see. Here is the link to my live stream. All right. Now, there it is. Okay, let's see. Gonna take that, share it onto Reddit, or share it around everywhere. Create post. Link. By the way, if you have some suggestions of specific topics that you want me to cover, feel free to just drop them into the comment section in this video, or in the comment section or the live chat, and I will take a quick look at it. Alright, that should do it. Wrestling discussion. Alright, there we go. Okay. 6 concurrent viewers and 9 likes. Man. Do I really have the greatest audience? Yeah. I do know that there are a lot of streaming giants out there like Ryan Bowen, Pradeep, also Armwrestler, and now the rise of Tom, whatever his last name is. So, but he has been killing it lately with the type of content that he is doing. So, yeah, it will be really interesting to see. Roger Eriksson has popped in the chat, and it will be and just said, welcome home, Krieger. Load your arms until Monday. Jag kommer verkligen att se fram emot måndagsträningen, så, men jag kommer att vara på torsdagsträningen, så att ifall om du får möjligheten att poppa in där vid torsdagsträningen, så då ses vi då där. Annars så ses vi på måndag, så broder. Alright, but I think there are a couple of people here that will be interested enough to hear me ramble on with these type of topics. And the first topic that I wanted to cover here is EVW 19 or 1920 highlights. And there were some few highlights that came out of that. And I wanted to talk about a few in particular. And you probably have been already guessing where the first highlight of this is gonna be like. Where Filip Larsson absolutely spanked the living piss out of the wild horse, so Matt Mask. And he definitely did took him to Valhalla. And people were honestly throwing this label at me that I was completely delusional, that I believed that Filip Larsson was gonna be the very one to be taking down the wild horse Matt Mask. I did say publicly when Filip Larsson was able to beat Sandre Sheshedis that Matt Mask is gonna be in huge trouble. And the comment section under that video, I did see that maybe a few people that were calling me delusional, that I don't know, there were a few comments here and there that were saying that how can you say that? Matt Mask will beat Filip Larsson a lot. And I was fully aware that he was definitely gonna be the underrated favorite in this, but the way Filip Larsson was beating Matt Mask, were honestly any of you surprised? A part of me was, but at the same time I wasn't, because I did see how he was with the way he was able to beat Sandre Shedis, and how he was able to make Terrence Opperman work super hard in order to beat Filip Larsson. So, at least for me, I was not really surprised. But at the same time, I was. So, at least for me, I am super happy for Filip Larsson that he was able to showcase what many of us in Scandinavia already saw in him. So Filip Larsson, if you are watching this, you are definitely absolutely incredible. So I do look forward to what you are gonna be doing next, brother. And I think Wayne Withers is gonna be biting a lot more than he can chew in your match against him. But again, if I'm proven wrong, then I'm proven wrong. It's just simple as that. It's just arm wrestling, guys. We can have different opinions on who's gonna be winning that match or that match or that match. It's just arm wrestling, guys. Just leave it be. And everything will just sort it out. So, but we did also see that a lot of the strongman athletes were doing really phenomenal during. Let's see. We did see a lot of the what am I saying? The strongman. The strongman athletes that Neil Pickup was training did absolutely phenomenal back at the East vs West 19. Eddie Hall won his super match. Brian Shaw won his super match. I think even Lawrence also won his super match. I haven't watched all of them, but I heard that Neil Pickup was absolutely happy that the result of the super match that did happen was absolutely phenomenal. So, and if Neil Pickup is happy, then something really great did happen over at East vs West 19. So it is really awesome to see that the strongman that is slowly and steadily converting into the arm wrestling scene really does show how well trained and well prepared Neil Pickup was making Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, and Lawrence, and try to make them as well prepared as possible for what is ahead. So congrats to all of the strongman athletes, Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, and all of them for their amazing performance. Now let's see how. And we still have 7 concurrent viewers and 10 likes. Awesome. Really awesome. I was a bit uncertain if there were gonna be any people at all, since most of the people that are watching my type of content does not really watch it for the live streams, since they sometimes are watching for the type of content that I am putting out, like when the Swedish arm wrestlers are doing something, then those get some respectable kind of views for the amount of viewership that my YouTube channel is getting. So yeah, still happy at the end of the day. Now let's see. Another topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys that are watching, that I sincerely hope that Vitaly Laletin versus Devon Larratt will be happening next year. I really hope that match will be happening next year, because with the amount of shitstorm and turmoil that has been going on with everything that is related to EVW Sports, Ingen Terzi, and all of that, it basically was killing any amount of hype that Vitaly Laletin versus Devon Larratt might have had. And if it wasn't for this, he did this or he did that, and it's his fault, or it is the other side's fault, and all of that, it was a complete and utter frustrating process to be even doing this at all. That's it. Now let's see. Customization. I can just shift so that everybody that wants to talk about something, just feel free to send a message in the chat. Now, 8 concurrent viewers and 10 likes. Absolutely incredible. Awesome. And yeah, it was very, very unfortunate that Vitaly Laletin and Deva Larat will not be happening this year at all. So, at least for the future, I do hope that that match is gonna be happening real soon. And I do believe that Deva Larat specifically said that his next match after his break will be against Vitaly Laletin. But here's the thing, we don't know when or how. So if all of it will get sorted out from everything that is going on, we just have to wait and see. And a few of you has now been dropping in. Tone Fingers, what's up? Chafee versus Michael Todd at 1:15 will be cool to see. Love the channel. Cheers from Montreal. Thank you very much for your continuous support. And I do sincerely have to apologize for the inactivity for the past 3 weeks, but from all of the drama that has been going on and the toxic notion of the community that has been happening, it was just like I really need a vacation from basically everything. So since my vacation was coming along, I was just deciding that I really need to just feel recharged, rehydrated, or however Eddie Hall is saying that. I'm so dehydrated, or however he is saying that. But then now I'm feeling a lot more refreshed, so we can just get this party started. MG Blast is also in the house. Yeah, let's fucking go. I feel like the internet is a toxic place in reality. Everything is on the up and up. Agreed there. That is probably the statement of the night when it comes to the internet. The internet itself is a toxic place. But the fascinating thing is when you step out of the internet, you realize how absolutely peaceful everything is. So that is something that I do recommend you people are doing, that if it gets too toxic, just take a vacation and just disconnect. And you realize how peaceful, a lot more peaceful, that your life itself can become like. 9 concurrent viewers and 10 likes. Yeah, I have the best audience in the world. And now 10 concurrent viewers. Wow, now people are starting to tune in. Thank you for tuning in to this particular live stream. We have 10 people now, so if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this live stream boosted in the algorithm. I know that YouTube is really weird in that regard, because they want to see engagement in order for them to push out the live stream. So if you haven't already spam that like button, it will be highly appreciated. Oh man, cheers to you. Glad we can have a good place to chill. Yep. This is one of the best places that you can be, that you can just chill, just relax, and have a civilized conversation. And it's always nice to have a civilized conversation where the other side is not trying to push it down on if you have a completely different opinion on if you like that league or this league or this particular arm wrestler or that particular arm wrestler. I think most of you will probably get the hint on what I was talking about there. But yeah. So, where are we now? And speaking of, there has been a lot of talking, a lot of talk when it comes to GVW sports. And there has been a lot of a discussion if it is a good, is it bad, and what is the reason for this league to be created? Was it created out of spite for the current establishment in the EVW sport? Or was it due to WF that has banned the Georgian Federation? I don't know if it is confirmed or not, but since GVW Sports has been created and almost all of the matches has at least one Georgian in those matches. I don't know. Maybe it has some truth that Georgia is not allowed to compete at the WF Worlds. If that was the case, if that was the case, and one of the sole reasons why GVW Sports was created, I somewhat understand in that regard, but the timing of that league is created when the current heat and shitstorm that is going on with Ingen Terzi, EVW Sports, and the potential lawsuits that is coming. It is absolutely crazy, to say the least. So I say it like this. If GVW Sports was created in order to support the athletes, since Georgia is banned from WF, I completely understand that. But if it was created out of spite to just piss on the current establishment within EVW Sports, then that is a whole another topic to be discussed if that was the case. But right now it is just hearsay that he did this or he did that and all of that. So I don't know. The Lucky One podcast, Females in Arm Wrestling, is in the chat. Wow! Absolutely cool that you ladies are tuning in to this live stream. It is an absolute honor that you guys are tuning into this live stream, and the flex is going right back at you. MG Blast, making some good points, man. Gennady is one of my favorites, but if it's made out of spite, that's not great. Yeah, exactly. So a part of me is feeling like GVW Sports is getting a lot of this hate because of the current turmoil that is with Ingen and is EVW Sports, Dexter, Robert, and all of that. Is it justified? Is it not justified? We just have to wait and see with that. So, but speaking of, we just since we are talking about EVW Sports, let's just change my monitor here. They did announce a lot of matches that is gonna be polling within GVW Sports, and there are a lot of them. You probably have seen this, that Shikatse versus Lamparelli. That I do believe that that match will be really interesting, since Lamparelli has the hand control and the raw power that came from Shikatse when he was completely dismantling Matt Mask's lever and hand and all of that. A lot of people were believing that Matt Mask was gonna run over Shikatse, but he definitely proved himself with a way and fashion that he was beating Matt Mask. Babayev versus Saganashvili. Bashal Saganashvili versus Rustam Babayev. And I think that this match is gonna be a very, very interesting battle, to say the least. Since both of these guys are gonna be going all out on the inside, or maybe Bacho is gonna go for the top roll, or I don't know. But I do believe that Rustam Babayev is gonna be having the explosiveness to his side, and Saganashvili might have the raw power to his side. So yeah, we just have to wait and see how this match is gonna be playing out at the end of the day. And this one will be interesting. The internet sensation that is Akimbo versus the legend of middleweight arm wrestling within EVW Sports, or East versus West, David Samushia. I just say it like this: Akimbo need to be beating Samushia really fast, otherwise he's gonna get fucked. But yeah, we have to wait to see how that match is gonna be playing out, as always. But before we are gonna go any further, let's just pop into the chat to see what everybody else are saying. The Lucky One Podcast. Hello, huge fans to you. Usually watch your videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your continuous support, the Lucky Ones podcast, are always highly appreciated. Yeah, with at least with the type of content that I'm putting out, I am trying to showcase the female side of arm wrestling a lot more than any other channel that is out there. A lot of the arm wrestling channels out there does not even cover a single bit when it comes to the female side of arm wrestling. Since I usually put out the content with Heidi Andersson, Jonna Blind, Fia Reisek, Malin Bergström, Carolina Pettersson, and let's see, I think I have some with Sarah Beckman, Sara Nyberg, Amanda Kristensson, I think her name was. So I've been trying to push out as much of their content as I possibly can to show to the audience outside of arm wrestling that they have that there are some amazing power, there are some amazing talent, and there are some amazing showcase of pure arm wrestling quality. End of. So yeah, that is why I am trying to push out as much of the female side as I possibly can. at least when I try to talk a lot like with about the amazing arm wrestler from Japan, that is Ayane Takanaka. A big fan of that arm wrestling lady. And I do try to put out a lot more content of, I think, with Lucia Debnarova. Really strong girl from Slovakia. Absolutely incredible with the amount of career-ending battles that Lucia Debnarova is doing on the arm wrestling table. So you have some amazing females in Sweden. Yeah, we in Sweden are absolutely blessed to have that amount of pure arm wrestling quality when it comes to the female side of arm wrestling in Sweden. But most of it is due to the amount of hard work that Heidi Andersson has been putting into the arm wrestling scene, at least in Sweden, for years. A lot of people outside of arm wrestling knows about Heidi Andersson, and everybody every female has at least gotten this question once. If they mention arm wrestling in any form of capacity, they are usually get this question: are you related to Heidi Andersson? Or do you live in the solitude? And that is the home village where Heidi Andersson is from. And whenever us guys are talking about arm wrestling, that we are arm wrestlers, we usually get this question: can you beat Heidi Andersson? And I always are thinking this at the back of my mind: brother, if I get $10 for every time that I've gotten that question from anybody's mouth, I will have been rich. That is amount of questions, or that is amount of times that I have gotten that question at least once from different people that has nothing to do with each other. So yeah. But we are very blessed that we have this amount of arm wrestling quality within Sweden. And if it hasn't been for the amount of hard work that Heidi Andersson has been putting it not only into the arm wrestling gymnasium, but Swedish arm wrestling as a whole, it is absolutely incredible. So Heidi Andersson, you are the real female goat of arm wrestling, and I will fucking die on that hill. If anybody is feeling otherwise, it is their opinion, and they are within their full rights to have it. But you cannot convince me that Heidi Andersson is not the real goat. I will die on that hill. And a lot of us in Sweden and Scandinavia as a whole will share the same sentiment. End of. But yeah. Enough of that. Let's see. That is absolutely amazing. We females really appreciate that you push our heroes. Trying to do my work within the arm wrestling world. We got asked if we know Sarah Beck. Then you know exactly what I am talking about, so. Now let's see. 10 concurrent viewers and 14 likes. Wow. This is really cool that a few people are still staying within this arm wrestling live stream and just to chill. Just chill, relax, drink a tea, coffee, water, in my case, and just being around like-minded people that just want to have a civilized discussion and just don't want to deal with the current toxic notion that is going around within the arm wrestling circles nowadays. When you are at least trying to talk decently about EVW sports, GVW sports, and yada 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 yada. Alright, but now let's see. I'll be shifting it around. But the GVW sports have announced a bunch of super matches into. Yeah, we'll get back to your question later, like one's podcast. And they also shared Aidar Khan versus Dabagari. The Gebuadze versus Batalov. Hovhan Nisyan or Nishan. Oh, I'm probably gonna be butchering your names here. Shishinava. Konstantino versus Tatiev. The only match that is not within Georgia versus the world. And this also Paisolaya versus Saranov. The only female super match thus far. Plieva versus Sharma. And Rostom Mashvili versus Musafarov. Musafarov versus Sporong. Which is really interesting. That Sporong are gonna be pulling in the GVW sports. Maybe he just want to show his support. Maybe they were offering a lot more money to Tobias Sporong. I really have no idea, but still, I'm still happy that he is getting a match. Yeah. Mashimov versus Nachvishvili. And Adamyan versus Pogosiani. And now Mr. Ryan Blue Bowen is getting a match against Burenko. And there were some mixed opinions that why is Ryan Bowen even getting a match against a high-ranking polar within the WF? So yeah, but here's the thing: Ryan Bowen is Ryan Bowen, and he is still getting a match, whether most people are liking it or not. You may hate Ryan Bowen, you may dislike Bowen, you might even have a picture on a altar of Ryan Bowen and just worship him with the hope that you are getting the same delusion that Ryan Bowen is having. I don't know, but it still he still gets most of the pay-per-views because people love him or people hate him. So yeah, it's still fun to see Bowen to be pulling, but I think this is gonna be a really hard task for Ryan Bowen to be dealing against, because if what they are saying is true with Bubenko, it's gonna be one of the hardest match that Ryan Bowen is gonna be having. And I think that he released a statement that since they were paying really good for Ryan Bowen to be pulling in GVW1, and since they only wanted to have him as a live commentator over at EVW's Sports 20 or East versus West 20. Since Ryan Bowen chose GVW Sports, Ryan Bowen will not be commentating at EVW Sports 20, or will not get an invitation. From what I have understood, EVW Sports wanted to take a more direct approach, that if anything is going on, they are getting first a slap on the wrist, but with repeated offenses, then they are probably gonna get booted out. I don't know. So yeah, we will have to wait to see why all of this is gonna be going on in the fashion that it is going to proceed. And yeah, we are 14 concurrent viewers and 16 likes. Oh, awesome. This is so awesome that a lot more people are tuning in to be a part of this chill live stream. So, by the way, to all of you 14 people that are watching this live stream, hello, my name is Christian Krigeviklund, and welcome to this Let's Talk Arm Wrestling live stream. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, just feel free to just drop it in the YouTube chat here, and if it is civilized enough, I will respond accordingly to you. So we can just contribute to this chill discussion that is going on here. And by the way, we are 9 likes away to be reaching 25 likes. So if you haven't already, be sure to spam that like button so we can get this live stream boosted in the algorithm. I know that people were roasting me as a fuck when I was doing that a lot when it was with I think it was the King of the Table 12, 13, or anything in that regard, when Brian Shaw was pulling against Eddie Hall. So I try to just keep it as not so frequent as possible. So I do listen to feedback. I definitely do. So yeah. Now let's see. I did see somewhere right. Right arm for Sporong. Yeah, since I do believe that this is his first right arm match since I do believe since Mauricio Barbosa. Usually we have seen Tobias Sporong pulling with the left arm, which is his more dominant arm. So this will definitely be a interesting match to see where the current level of Tobias Sporong is gonna be at. Since I haven't seen him pull any super matches at all, for that matter, again since his match with let's see, Mauricio Barbosa. So yeah, it will be fun to see my fellow Swede Tobias Sporong pulling on the international stage once again. 17 people watching. Oh yeah. I'm always so happy when a lot more people are tuning in to just have a quick chat with a Swede that is just sipping on a glass of water in the middle of nowhere. How's that for a notion? Alright, I think we are gonna be moving along with all of this. Now we'll see EVW Sports are gonna be, or have announced a couple of the super matches already. Have their Instagram page right now. Let's see, right here. And they were first announcing that the special guests that are gonna be there is gonna be like Levan Saginashvili and Devil Arat are gonna be there as special guests. And the people were freaking the fuck out when they saw this particular post and was just thinking like, Levan Saginashvili versus Devil Arat part 3. We did not even ask for this super match at all! So they are just gonna be like special guests and just gonna be enjoying themselves in the mountains of Switzerland. So it will be really fun to see how they are just gonna be relaxing and just watch all of the arm wrestling goodness that is gonna be going on at EVW 20. But yeah, they did announce a couple of the super matches that are gonna be happening there, and one of them is gonna be a world title match with Todd Hutchings versus Irakli Sirakashvili. So for this super match to be happening, it is really fun to see them that this is gonna be a part 3 of them pulling against each other. They did a poll a couple of years back where Todzilla was absolutely where Todzilla was beating Irakli Serkashvili, and the next time that these two athletes were pulling against each other, Todzilla won that match 4-1, if I'm not mistaken. 4-1, 4-2. And then now they are gonna be pulling each other again. Will Todzilla be able to beat Irakli Serkashvili 3 times in a row? Or will this be the coming out party for Irakli Serkashvili to be beating the old man that is Todzilla Todd Hutchings, the side pressure king? So yeah, I do believe that this match is gonna be absolutely fantastic. But if it is one match that I do look forward to see, is Ibrahim Sagov versus Dave Shafee. Oh man, I have a feeling that Dave Shafee will definitely make a statement when it comes to potentially beating Ibrahim Sagov. But the interesting thing here that we had to take into consideration, Sagov got beaten by Todzilla. And Dave Shafee beat Todzilla. But will this be like almost like the triangle effect that A beats B, B beats C, or C beats A? Will that be the will this match have the triangle effect? Or will this be also the coming out the party for Dave Shafee to be the rightful king of the 115 kilo category? But it is awesome to see Dave Shafee coming back to what he does best, making some easy money. Easy money. And now this is another world title match, which is gonna be against Gabriela Vasconcelos versus Barbara Baisiova. And these girls have been pulling against each other like 2 times now. And Barbara has been able to beat Gabriela Vasconcelos 2 times now. But both times, there were career-ending death wars. So Gabriela was the stronger girl of the two, but with the technical prowess that Barbara was able to showcase, and using that awesome lever of hers to full effect, she really was able to grind it out and showcase that Barbara Baisiova is the current number 1 in the entire world. But I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Gabriela Vasconcelos has been basically untouched with the left arm, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe that she has been keeping on to that title ever since she was polling against, now let's see, I think it was against Egleva Ikute. So since then, I might not remember it, but I haven't seen Gabriela Vasconcelos be pulling with the left arm for a couple of years, at least in the super match scene. So yeah, this will be interesting if Gabriela Vasconcelos is gonna be able to keep her world arm title on the left arm, or will this be another tiebreaker that Barbara Batsiova is also the number 1 on the left arm as well. So yeah, we just have to wait to see how this particular scenario is gonna be playing out. Now let's see. We are 12, 14 concurrent viewers and 17 likes. Yeah! Absolutely incredible that you guys are tuning into this particular live stream. It is absolutely phenomenal to see many you guys are tuning into this live stream. It is highly appreciated. Now let's see. Where are the... Oh, there it is. Darkworm. Hallå! Hallå till dig med mig, goda herre. Vad har hänt? Du skriver bara hallå i stora kapitaler och så lämnar du ingenting annat. Är det okej? Är det verkligen okej? For those of you who don't know, Darkworm was just writing hello. And I was just asking that you just wrote hello and nothing else from there? Did something happen? Did something really happen? How big was the Brian show in person? Big. I mean, even though that he has dropped a lot of kilograms for his now recent shape, but man, standing next to that guy, oh, holy whack-a-mole. Damn. But standing next to Brian Shaw, you sure feel small. And yeah. And I'm quite a tall guy myself. I'm like 180, 178 centimeters. And standing next to Brian Shaw, I did feel like, what's his name? Gimli from the Lord of the Rings series. Yeah, a bit of a stretch, but yeah, that is what you are feeling when you are standing next to somebody that is as big as Brian Shaw is. Absolutely crazy. Irakli looked super strong before he got injured. Aro. Who was it against that he was injured? Or where did he get injured? Or when did he get injured? I hope Gabby takes it. Yeah, we'll see that if that is gonna be the case or not. Many people are still believing that Gabby still has it, and some people are believing that the new generation of arm wrestlers are gonna be the one that is gonna be dominating the scene for a while. Unlucky we didn't get to see Devil versus Vitali. Yeah, that is a complete and utter bummer, Joel. I honestly wanted to see that match because the amount of hype that we're gonna be creating from that match alone, we're gonna be absolutely crazy. I don't know if it is gonna be the same amount of hype that Denis Plenkov versus Devil had, but I have a feeling it might be somewhere in between in that regard. I haven't been telling you about this, but I was planning to make a promo video if that match was gonna be announced. I had this song in mind that I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was I think the song was calling Forbidden Fruit by some guy named Tommy. I came across that song when I was just scrolling through, and I came across a lot of this K-pop Demon Hunter videos, edits, and this song was basically everywhere. And when I was listening to it, and I was just thinking like, man, this song will be definitely a real banger to use for a promo trailer type of video. But since the match was not gonna be happening this year, I was completely scrapping that idea, and I just moved on to different things. It is really a bummer that that match was not gonna be happening, because I was so looking forward to that. I really wanted to see that match. I really did. So yeah, who Vitaly Lalitin is gonna be polling against, I have no idea who it's gonna be, but I do hope that it's gonna be against somebody that definitely will be testing Vitaly Lalitin, or it will be like making that Vitaly Lalitin can make a statement, maybe even point directly at the Devil and say, you have I want a match with you right now, or something in that regard. Who do you think will win? With the shape that Devil was showcasing against Alex Krodeka, I honestly believe that Devil would have potentially won that match. Maybe not in a swooping kind of sense, but I do believe that Devil will might have won that match. Maybe not outright dominate, because we did see that Vitaly Lalitin has access to the press, and he did showcase that against Monster Michael Todd by making sure that Monster Michael Todd did not even get close towards the winning side of the arm wrestling table. So it was, but I still believe that Devil might have won that match, but it would not be as dominant as many people might think that match is what is gonna be turning out to be. So yeah, I still believe that the Valeriat will be winning that super match, but not as dominant as many people are believing. Never mind, it was Rustam. Okay, yeah, I did remember that Rustam got injured against Paulin, and yeah, he also got injured against the Todzilla. So it was a real bummer that Rustam Babayev got injured in the fashion that he was injured, because he did look really great. Really, really great against the Todzilla. And if he did not have gotten that injury, I do believe that Rustam Babayev might have been able to pull it off. But since he did get that injury, he did not want to continue the match on even further. If I know Todzilla correctly, he wanted to be the one to actually get a legit pin against the man, or a legit win against Rustam Babayev, because they did pull each other. I think it was around 2018, I believe. 2017. This same event when Monster Michael Todd was pulling against Andrei Pushkar. So it was like 7-8 years since they last met, and for that moment to be going in that direction, as an athlete, I would feel like not really deserving of that win. I don't know, because we arm wrestlers would like to be beating the arm wrestler or opponent, or get pinned down. You don't want the match to be ending on fouls, moving in the referee's grip, and most of all, you do not want to have the match that you're pulling in and on the other guy is injuring themselves. But at the same time, if you are flipping that, you can see it as you were strong enough to break the other guy. So yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I did, and this is one of those comments that I did come across when I was just scrolling through YouTube, Reddit, and all of that. And there are a section here where people are saying that Matt Rhodes is the savior of the arm wrestling world. And I'm just gonna be scrolling here to see if I find it. I did see it somewhere around here. I don't know exactly, but there were somebody that were talking about Matt Rhodes, or at least giving him a shout out. Oh, here. Just gonna be shifting around, and this is what I was coming to just to see just a huge shout out to Matt for all the terrific interviews on his YouTube channel. It really helps understand what is going on firsthand from the actual sources. Really appreciate the effort and clarity Matt has been facilitating. And yeah, I've been talking to Matt Rhodes for a couple of times, and at least from my understanding of the guy, that he is very knowledgeable in the chosen field that he is in. and that he definitely is a good tool for the arm wrestling world, and as Simply Barter is stating that he is helping others to understand what is going on firsthand from the actual sources, and that is showcasing how much variety or amount of contacts that he has, and relationships that he has with the people. I do correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that he has a really great relationship with Vitaly Laletin, so he was talking with Vitaly. So we have been hearing a lot from Matt Rose in that regard, but he has been pretty outspoken with the criticisms of the previous establishment of East versus West, with how they were dealing with things and all of that. And the amount of support that Matt Rhodes were given from, can you say, the anti-Engin crowd was really, really big from what I have been seeing. But at least to me, it is really cool to see that Matt Rhodes have decided to jump into the arm wrestling scene and to showcase or share his opinions, knowledge of the business side of the leagues and all of that. So I think it's very pretty cool to see that Matt Rhodes has returned to the arm wrestling scene after all of these years. So yeah, and it brings me to the last topic of tonight's evening, which is arm wrestling the loser at the end of the day? And I want your opinions about this as well. Since the current toxic shitstorm that has been going on in the arm wrestling world, especially when it comes to EVW sports, GVW sports, a lot of people hating on Engin, a lot of people are hating on Roman, a lot of people are hating on Aussie arm wrestler, Devon Larratt, Robert Baxter, Dexter, and all of that, and it's just a bunch of hearsay that he did this, he did that, it's his fault or that guy's fault, etc, 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 and hundreds and if not thousands of fans that are basically throwing around these labels against each other. I mean, it becomes really toxic at the end of the day, and people are saying that they are gonna boycott that league or in that regard. And I'm just thinking to myself, when I was coming into the sport back in 2006, there were like civilized people. I mean, we could have disagreements and all of that, but we will never throw these labels at each other that you are this if you're liking that person, or you are this if you are somewhat affiliated with that person, or we are gonna ban you that you are with this, yada 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 yada. So I think it has become, as I said, like not such a good place to be talking about arm wrestling at all. I don't know, but that is one of the feelings that I am getting when it comes to the arm wrestling scene as a whole. Is who is the biggest loser at the end of the day, or who is losing the most? The sport itself is losing its way to be what it can be, to showcase to the world what we, the arm wrestlers, and as well the fans is seeing through our eyes the wonders and beauty that arm wrestling itself has the greatest potential to be. I mean, yeah, of course, there are some problems that needs to be fixed, and there are some issues that should be fixed, but those type of issues should be remain in closed doors and not be revealed to the public, or else we are gonna be seeing the shitstorm that has been going on within the arm wrestling world for the previous months. So I sincerely hope at the end of the day that we are gonna get through this current shitstorm that all of us are currently in right now when it comes to the current atmosphere of the arm wrestling world, and we can go back and actually focus on what matters the most, to showcase the pure arm wrestling beauty of great arm wrestling matches, and just great connections, and just to showcase what we, the arm wrestlers, the athletes, are seeing, are feeling, and are experiencing in the grand scheme of things. Like to basically show what the human experience of arm wrestling is really about. So yeah, that is all that I wanted to finish this live stream on. And I want to sincerely thank everybody that has been a part of this amazing live stream. I mean, I've been sitting here for like almost 1 hour and almost 20 minutes. And there has been a lot of great people that has been coming into this live stream, and to every single one of you that has been a part of this live stream, I sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart that you are taking the time or night, or time of your day or night, to be tuning in to the Swedish guy for the change. So yeah, I do hope that we are getting to a better place with arm wrestling, but yeah, we just have to wait and see what happens with that. So yeah. So to finish on a positive note, as we say in Sweden, don't be a surpuppa. Or as the American way of saying it, don't be such a dickhead. Oh yeah. So if you want to support my work even further, please consider becoming a member, or like subscribe and share this my content around, because the support that you are giving me is one of the sole reasons that this channel is still going on to this very day. So to that, I just want to say thank you for the bottom of my heart. And have a nice day. Stay safe. Don't be a surpuppa. Keep being awesome. Take care. And yeah, I do look forward to what is going to be happening next. I am so excited. Definitely. Bye, guys.